Hi guys, I have an update to record. So this is the last day of May and that's what my garden looks like. As you may see, it's so green and like there's very lush greenery everywhere. So it's been pretty warm for the last week and this really changed how everything looks. Well, you may see very beautiful corpy birch all around the estate, and that actually tries to keep noise a bit better than it is normally. Here we've got some perennial plants, or annual plants, sorry, just very simple ones and some lilies. You see, here there's the bulbs like daffodils and tulips and hyacinths, and I just let them all now rest and put some lilies on top. Here is a hydrangea runaway bride, which is coming very nicely, so it's going to decorate this part. And behind is an Olivia rose. It's been doing great last week, but now because of the heat it's a bit worse. But altogether I'm quite happy with how it performs and the shape of the flower and everything. And considering that I only planted it this year, I'd say it's been doing amazing. Here's a camellia. Well, it's not doing well at all. I have it for 3 years. It's been tiny originally, and as you see, like there are no flower buds at all, so I'm actually very hesitant about the next year's success. Well, it was very tiny and it had flowers when I just bought it, and I planted it in correct ericaceous ground, but I have no idea why it's performing so poorly. I remove these huge leaves all the time around, so to give it some more sun, but still not doing great. But this hydrangea, oh, I love it so far. I hope it will grow nicely. On this side we have some peony. Well, this is mother's choice. They're nice, and they're white color. Well, and they come a bit later, but I don't think peonies do very well in the pots, honestly. It's been already 3 years, and as you may see, there are just like 3 stems with buds. Well, could be better. I believe if it was planted outside in the ground, it would perform much better, and that's what I'm gonna do with the other one. I'll show you now. You remember I was showing you the Lorelei peony. So, well, that's it. You see, it's also in the pot, in a huge ceramic pot, but I just don't like the way it feels. First of all, as I told you earlier, like in some videos, it suffered greatly from the storm when the buds were like dry and salty. So as you may see, I had to get rid of some of those because they just didn't do at all. This is an example of what it ideally, of what it looked like, but it was even worse. So basically I have this one and this one, which is hopefully going to grow. And you do need to provide some support for peony, especially when they are tall like this. I'm going to plant it in the ground a bit later. On the other hand, like here we have nice lupine. The new ones I planted this year are too tiny, and I think some cat jumped over them, so they don't look good at all. But rhododendron is just beautiful. So it's been a bit hot, so it's didn't last for too long, like maybe just 2-3 weeks, but still it's okay. Here we have maples and more maples, and oh gosh, I have a trouble. Like my water lily, which I bought recently to replace the one which wasn't doing too good, just turned over. Well, I'll have to do something about it, but perhaps a bit later. And then I have nice hosters. This is clemati. I'm just bought it recently, going to plant it very soon. And this is a new hydrangea I had to purchase. I had to purchase it because my old one died. I'll now tell you a very sad story. Okay, and this is a sad story, a hydrangea which didn't survive. So it started so nicely. I think I was showing you some buds early in the spring, and it was like pretty good, but a bit slow to start. Just the leaves were tiny. It had plenty of buds, but it was all pretty small. So I decided to move it slightly to the fuller sun because it's actually quite shadow place. And I left for work, I came home and I saw that the like tiny leaves started to be a bit wilted. So I'm like, well, maybe I put it a bit to the shade. Put it to the shade, but still in the same like sunny area. And then I had plenty of work, so after 2 days I discovered that it's all wilted completely and it lost every single piece of greenery it had. And as you may see, there's really no chance. I mean, I could wait for ages for it to come out because it was pretty nice. It was blue, light blue color. I don't remember the species, but well, but it's just, I'm not desperate to get some use of this one, so I just decided, well, I'll buy a new one, and here it is. It's nice. It's called Merlin Blue. No, not Berlin Blue. Yeah, Berlin Blue. I think it has. Oh yeah, here it is. It's supposed to be also like dwarf, so compact, 60 centimeters. Look very nice, like what I had before. So I just need to replant it in a nice, decent pot. I think you know which pot I'm gonna use. The one which is remaining, and that's what it's gonna be. Here is the roses. Oh gosh. Roses in this garden are just amazing, and this is what my landlord planted, so it's actually not me. The one I planted is this one. It's Summerson. I love it, but God, I'm not good at choosing those. This is D.A. Rose, David Austin, and it's just suffering. It's like it's got gorgeous flower, gorgeous color. But just look, and this is with all the sprays I'm given and everything. It's just feeling so poorly. I planted it in the autumn, so I'm probably going to cut this flower now and give it some time until autumn to establish. But maybe if it's not doing that great, I'll just replant it in a pot and see if it does better in it. Those are good. Here I have some more D.A. Rose. So this is supposed to be Queen of Sweden, like probably. But this one, oh, this is Peony Barzella, and it's the first year I see blooms. So I have it for 3 years, ups and downs, whatever. But look how beautiful. And then a lot of some granule rounds and some roses and a huge poppy flower. I don't know where this came from, but it's like it's so good. I definitely had to keep it, but of course it will go as soon as it finishes bloom. The hostas I planted here in the shade just this year are doing pretty nicely, same as Astilba here. And here is that winter flower. What do we call it? Okay, so that's Helleborus, yeah, and it should be nice with a full flower, either white or pink. I'm not sure exactly, but with a small like dots. Here is peony, like also like not the herbaceous, but the one which is a tree peony. Yeah? Just planted it last year. Might be a bit too big when it grows. We'll see. Well, and it's just from supermarket, so it might be. It was really cheap to be honest, so I just decided why not give it a try. And oh, here's some support for peony I just bought. Well, and then we have a lot of annual flowers like lobelia and nasturtium, and then I have my dahlias growing pretty nicely. Oh, this is an artichoke. Like I think it's of the artichoke family. Well, it's gonna be huge purple. I'll show you when it grows. Oh, this is London Pride, I think. Like, you know, like normally it just like this leaves everywhere, but for a couple months in May it turns into something very special, very beautiful. And my London Pride is just amazing. And then I'm waiting for strawberries. Strawberries are have too much lush greenery, I'd say. Probably I was too generous with the nitrogen fertilizers, but still there are plenty of berries. So we'll see how the fight goes with the birds and the slugs and everyone else, and I'll keep you updated. Bye bye, see you soon.